Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Dynamax Adventures for the non-existent shiny legendary bird that is Ho-Oh. Let's get back to this. Alright, yeah, here, take my Dynamite Ore. Take my Dynamite Ore. Last, please, go take a Dynamax. Yes, we want to go for Ho-Oh. But how's everyone doing today? How was, everyone's Halloween? Mine was okay. We didn't get that many people that came to the door yesterday, which I wasn't surprised by. The weather, it looked like it was going to rain for a while, and it did rain for a bit, and then it stopped raining, and then it rained again, and so on and so forth. And the other thing also was just like, yeah, kids are probably not going to want to go outside when they know, okay, candy's at home, and if no one else wants to go outside, then all the candy's going to go to them. So, they can just keep hoarding more and more candy. Which is really smart if they do that. Because, like, people don't often realize that, yeah, kids are actually really smart. They realize, I can just stay here and just continuously have a little bit of candy. And mom and dad won't realize that no one else is going to come, and then all the candy is going to go to me in the end. It's like, it's a smart strategy. It's a very, very smart strategy. And, yeah, little kids can actually figure stuff like that out because they realize, well, they know... Kids are smarter than we give them credit for. They are much smarter than we give them credit for. But how is everyone out there doing? Okay, it doesn't seem like we're going to get enough people for the God Path to be fully decked out. So I'll just, of course, hide that as always. Hide the God Path. Okay. We'll just go do this with Kayla, hopefully. We'll get more people as time goes on. We'll get some more people potentially later. Yeah. Yep, it is. Really? Omar comes in right as we select the thing. Okay. I mean, we'll have another person for the thing anyway. We'll have another person for the DAs in the next runs. But yeah, it's gonna be something. Yeah, it's good. I'm just hoping. I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. Hey, Snorlax! How you doing, Snorlax? Someone please go grab Snorlax Whisper's link, but how have you been, my friend? How have you been, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing quite well on my end. I'm doing a lot better than I was doing yesterday, which is a good thing. Let's just say college loan stuff has been going on, and that's the thing. Omar is working. Okay, understandable. Oh, when Snorlax said, I thought that was you, Omar. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't realize that was you. But yeah, Kayla, you're gonna want to swap out for the Bulldor. Tired from yesterday, going 12 extravaganza. You! Yeah, I gave up on doing those 12-hour, like, things, because every time I ever did them, people just made alt accounts to just keep the numbers and, like, stuff going up, like, and stuff like that, and it just kind of burnt me out on them. It's why we don't do sleep blocks anymore. It's basically people have ruined them, but I respect the doing it. I respect that. Hey, nice work, Octo! Nice! Okay, why you speed swap on me? That does absolutely nothing. This is why it's helpful to have multiple people in the thing, because that way the AI bots don't be complete morons. Because, like, there's a point in terms of number of people in the Dynamax adventure where it speeds up. Where basically if you have, like, one person solo with animations off, is around the same speed as a 3 intelligent player, 1 bot. 2 intelligent players with 2 bots, that's the slowest, and the fastest is 4. Fastest depending on the thing before. Didn't have any problems with that yesterday at all. We just really chilled, fun. Yeah, whenever we've done them, it has not historically ended well, and it's completely killed my enthusiasm for it. Because it's just, the 3 times we've done them, it came down to, yeah, people are just making bot accounts, and I just don't have any desire to continue doing that. But I'm glad that yours went well. I'm very glad yours went well. Oh boy, internet strikes again. Revenge of the internet. Okay. I have my if I get up and close my windows, it's because my Switch running and the PC running heats my room up to a very large degree. So basically, my computer running outputs heat into the room, which heats the room up. Then the Switch running, because the Switch heats up for some reason very, very quickly. I think it's because it's old. Well, it's not old, but it's been, I think it was very close to the release of the Switch. It was purchased, and my friend used it, and I've of course been using it, since they sold it to me. And it outputs a lot of heat, and I think it might be because the fan or something doesn't work as well as it used to. It's probably clogged with dust or something like that just prevents the heat exchange from working as well. And so it heats up much more quickly. And that heats up my room. And in summer, it's unbearable. Because, you're in a room. So I have, it's either a Galileo or Newton thermometer where basically it is the temperature of the room causes these little glass ball things to rise and fall inside of the thermometer. And that determines the temperature of the room. And I have compared the temperature outside, because I have a thermometer on, of course, my computer that says, this is what the temperature outside is, in your area. And I compare the Newton's thermometer that I have. And it's like a 10-degree difference in the middle of summer. So if it's 90 degrees outside, in my room, it's 100 when streaming. And it is just unbearably hot. And it sucks. Recording or streaming. And then in the middle of winter, it's good in the middle of winter because it keeps my room nice and warm in winter and around that time of year. But I also have to open my my windows in the middle of winter because the other time I'm wearing all my winter stuff, long sleeves, long pants, and stuff like that, and it heats the room up, so I get a bit too warm. So I open my windows when it's 40, 20 degrees outside, and yeah, it's one of those things where, even if I had a better fan computer, it just still outputs heat. Because that's the thing about heat and computers outputting heat. That is one of the reasons why I don't get some super duper souped up cooling system for my equipment. Is the temperature still has to go somewhere. Whether you cool down. Hey Zachary, how you doing? Whether you cool down your actual PC, all that does is the heat from the PC is distributed into the room. And that heats up the whole room more aggressively, which means the computer itself will heat up. And that's one of the reasons why I don't have some super duper souped up cooling system. Hey, nice! Always good to get out of school. That's why I don't have some souped up cooling system for my stuff. Because all it will do is go into continuously heating up the room. And my way of cooling my stuff down is I moved my PC tower from the right side of my desk over to the left side of it. Because the left side of it is very close to the window. So when I open my window, the cold air just goes over to the computer and it starts to cool the computer down. So I don't need I don't need a cooling system. I just need to move it over to the window. The window does my cooling for me. It's also good that it heats my room up. In the middle of winter, so yeah, I can just stay nice and toasty in the middle of winter. The only, downside of it is that the only downside of the entire thing is that when I walk out of my room, the temperature difference of around 10 degrees, it hits you like a truck. Because I open my door and I go out and I just immediately feel cold. The internet is very bad, so I'll watch on Switch, which is better internet for some reason. It won't be able to participate. Okay. I understand, Octo. I understand. How you doing, Samuel? How you doing? But yeah, it's like, it's a good heating and cooling system that works. It just, yeah, it heats up in the... That's one of the reasons why during summer, we do a lot more nighttime streams when, you know, it's during summer, is that we don't need to deal with... We don't need to deal with the room getting ridiculously hot. So I stream early in the morning before it heats up. Then I just shut everything down middle of the day so my room doesn't heat up like crazy. Then we stream again later in the day when it's nighttime and everything's cooling down so that things don't heat up. Because it is consistent with the temperature that my Switch and my computer raise the temperature of my room 8 to 10 degrees above what it is outside under normal conditions. And I can open the windows, and it really doesn't cause the temperature to change that quickly. Like, I need to have like a fan, like I need to open the windows all the way, put like a box fan in the window, and turn on like high power for the temperature to really decrease. But then you get a giant box fan going brrrr in the background of everything. And I can't have that when I'm recording or streaming because it's just, there's a loud, annoying buzzing noise that won't ever go away. So I'll just work the times around it. Because I would not be able to do like a 12, I wouldn't be able to do like a 4 or 5 hour stream in the middle of the day during summer with it being that hot. I would want to just end because it would just be too, it would be too hot. I mean, I've done it before. We've done those very long streams mid-summer, but we did those when I had a lot of water on hand. So, like, I would, you know, drink a lot of water, cool down that way. But, or you know, we'd start early, I'd acclimate to the temperature, and then stuff like that. But yeah, it's one of those things that in the YouTube school they don't teach you about, is temperature of the room is very important. Temperature of the room is very important, as that is what keeps things going. Alright, let's hit this thing with rocks. Let's hit this thing with rocks. I'm gonna get some water, speaking of water. Be like that's the thing, is in winter you need a lot more water because you dry out very quickly, talking so much. You breathe out a lot of water, and so it leaves your throat a lot more dry, which means you need to drink water and everything, you chapped lips. And then in summer, you need the water because you're stuweting, and you need water to keep hydrated and also just to cool yourself down. The butter zone, as I like to call it for stuff, is like fall and spring, because it's not too hot that it's uncomfortable. It's not too cold that it's uncomfortable. It's just right. But the problem is that fall and spring are the two slowest growth periods in the year for content creators. Yeah, the reason why is that that's when school picks up for the first time, so people are busy doing schoolwork. And then for spring because the fall it picks up, for spring, that's when school is winding down, and when things like exams start for people, so they can't spend as much time on YouTube, you know, watching videos because they have to be studying for exams. Hey Braydell, how you doing? How you doing, Braydell? So that's one of the reasons why, like, that's why, like, you see, like, a big spike in summer, decline in fall, rise in winter, decline in spring, up in summer. It's the term we use for that type of curve is a sinusoidal wave. That's the general trend of things. There's always going to be anomalies, like, you know, there's always going to be anomalies where, you know, summer's like really, really high, you drop down, then it picks back up, and, you know, the waves. And there's always going to be micro fluctuations within the overall macro fluctuations. I had to depart yesterday. Nope, Giratina did not sparkle. We only got 5 Dynamax adventures completed in the entire, like, 2-hour Dynamax adventures in total. But I wasn't expecting a shiny to appear at all, because, I mean, just look at Ho-Oh. We're quadruple. See, this file is the one that has the shiny charm. So we're 4 times over up. The file that I was doing the Giratina on doesn't have the shiny charm. So I was not expecting anything to be shining in the Giratina one. But frickin' Ho-Oh on this one is just driving me nuts. Ho-Oh is driving me nuts. We always appreciate if you guys can pop in for some DAs. We have a God Path for Ho-Oh. And this is the team order. Hey, Blubs. How you doing? This is the order of, like, picking Pokemon. So I always get the Dugtrio at the start. Second person in, they pick the Alola Raichu. Third person picks the Magneton. And the fourth person picks the Tangela. The person with the Raichu swaps out for the first Pokemon in the lineup, which is the Politoed. Second person swaps the Magneton, swaps the Boldore, and then the last person, the Tangela, swaps the Rhydon. And then we use that to blitz through Ho-Oh as quick as possible. Hey, how you doing, Dragonclaw? How's everyone doing? We're doing well. There's so many people popping right now. Don't forget to, of course, leave a like on the stream, guys, and thank y'all for coming in. Let's keep going with these Dynamax things. I'm gonna be so sad when I run out of Dynite ore and I need to go start doing, like, regular paths again. I'm gonna be so sad when that happens. Because we've only got, what? Like, I mean, we've got, what, like, 67 attempts before that happens. We've got a good number of attempts left in us before that happens. And just based on sheer freaking probability, we have a sizable chance of getting Ho-Oh before we exhaust all our Dynite. But I leave you in the very capable hands of the chair. No, you don't lose Dynite if you disconnect. But if you disconnect multiple times in a row, then you start losing Dynite ore. It's a good system, you know, to keep people from, like, intentionally disconnecting just to troll with people. But for someone like us, where we are specifically path resetting for a very particular legendary pathing, it ends up absolutely screwing us over, because it means we can only do this specific pathway. You know, I mean, we can do the pathway, what, like almost over 100 times before, you know, we start losing the pathing. We can't do it again, which, statistically speaking, is about enough to hit odds. So it's good. But at the same time, it also means you're going to run out of Dynite. You know, you will run out of Dynite. I mean, you'll be able to get it. You'll be able to get it. Potentially. Statistically, you have a good shot at getting it, but otherwise, yeah, no, you're going to get screwed. Yeah, you're going to get freaking screwed. And I really hope we get Ho-Oh soon, because I'm starting to lose my mind. Because, yeah, we started the God Path. Yes, I saw your response. We need 4 people in for the God Path to be at its maximum peak efficiency. So I'm gonna go get some water, hydrate or dehydrate, friends. And thank you. Ho disagrees. Yeah. But yeah, Ho-Oh is what we in the statistics field call an anomaly. Ho-Oh is what we call an anomaly. And that stems largely from it being spiteful. Yeah. But, we have a plan. We have a plan, and hopefully the plan works. Okay, we don't have the full God Path stuff with the Magneton, yeah. So, because we don't have a 4-person lineup for this, it will be slightly different. But it's still everyone swap for the same thing. So, Kayla swap for the Boldore, Magneton swap for the Rhydon. That's because we don't have the Politoed in the lineup. See, this is the reason why we need 4 people for the lineup. Is that the lineup of Pokemon we can get is different if we have 4 people. The bot will always swap for the Seismitoad. We know the bot will always swap for the Seismitoad. And that's why we need the 4 people, because that way, because this pathing does not give us the Seismitoad, this pathing does not give us the Politoed, which really, really helps speed up the process. The Scientist does not give anything. The Scientist does not give anything helpful. Because the Scientist will always give the same Pokemon, and for that specific individual pathway. And it does not give us anything good, which is one of the reasons why this pathing, well, works. We've done this pathing 30 times, and it has always gone the exact same way. Because the game is programmed, well, okay, it isn't programmed to the same pathing, but the decision-making process of the game stays consistent. And it will always make the same choices. Hey, Natasha, how you doing? But yeah, that's the reason why, like, we have this specific pathway that we do, because it always goes the exact same way every single time, and that speeds up the process for us, that we can make our decisions like that without needing to think, because we just do the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's like an assembly line. If we have 4 people in the Dynamax adventure and we're all, like, synced up, we can blast through this Dynamax adventure in, like, 10 minutes. Which, considering a normal Dynamax adventure we do is around 20 minutes to, you know, between 18 minutes to 21 minutes, depending on the individual, you know, connection speeds or just decision-making stuff. You know, critical hits, speed differentials, max moves going off, you know, everything like that. Cutting that down to a little over 10 minutes is huge for time saving. I'm doing very well. I'm doing very, very well. But yeah, that's why when it comes to the specific Dynamax layout we have for this, it's always just do the same thing over and over again, because the game will always behave the same way. And if it behaves the same way every single time, we can speed through it at a breakneck pace, get this done, and get our shinies as quick as possible. But I am fully anticipating Kayla's gonna get another shiny Boldore today. Because for those who don't know, both 2 previous times, the last time we did Ho-Oh and the time before that, Kayla always swapped out for the for the Boldore, and she got a shiny Boldore the first time. Then a couple of days later, we did another round of Dynamax Adventure Ho-Oh. She got the Boldore again. And she got another shiny Boldore. I'm anticipating she's going to get like a 3rd one today. Oh, thank you, Nastasia. Thank you. We always need the shiny luck. I mean, well, we need the shiny luck, as you can clearly see from the number up there, 400. Our shiny luck doesn't exist. So I need you guys to give a small loan of 2% of your shiny luck for us to be able to finally get this stupid bird. Which I will throw into the deep fryer once we get it. It is going to be turned into roast chicken. Wow, for once the NPC actually manages to do things that are quite useful. Okay, good. Use scary face on me. It doesn't actually help you. It doesn't actually help you. Yeah. We really don't... I mean, well, then again, no, Magneton does the most damage against this thing because it's super effective flash cannon. Super effective flash cannons. So yeah, let's kill it. Let's kill it. We're in it to kill it. Another Magneton swaps out for this. But yeah, that's the reason why we need you guys to help us join to defeat this giant annoying bird of things. And for those who are wondering why I'm not catching anything, the reason I'm not catching anything, because I used to get asked this like every single stream, is we're resetting the pathway. So there is no point in me catching Pokemon. I am going to be resetting over. Because even if I get a shiny of one of these, I'm not going to keep it because I'm going to keep resetting to keep the path for Ho. Because I can get one of these easier than for Ho-Oh. Last option on the poll. I love the last one. The last one is great. But welcome in, Litsune. Welcome in, Litsune. This is where you swap out Snorlax. I mean, the thing is, Litsune, is that is what always happens. That is what always happens with these Dynamax adventures. But also, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the stream and subscribe for more if you haven't done so already. You wonderful people are the ones that keep everything on here going. Please, NPC, don't be... I hope the NPC lands the first Stun Spore, so that way they can start using Grassy Glide or Power Whip. Because we have really nothing that can do anything to Biggie Seismitoad. Granted, Seismitoad can't really do anything to us either because it's only got normal and poison moves. So there is that. Yep. So you can reset to have the same path every time, but the Pokemon stats aren't fixed. Yes, that is true, Nastasha. The stats change every time you go through it. So the Nature's reroll, the Gender rerolls, all of that rerolls. However, the individual Pokemon, like the species, that does not change. And the reason why people know that you can do this to get shiny is this is the way that people do shiny hunts for things like Heatran, for things like Palkia, Kyogre, Groudon, and most importantly, Zygarde. And this is a proven effective method because it will still yield shinies for the path resetter. Because every time the Pokemon is different. And I have to think that they knew people were going to be resetting the pathway for certain species just because they're annoying to get. And yeah, I hate that. Like, I still get the nightmare flashbacks of Zygarde. My biggest mistake so far since starting to stream, was the Zygarde Dynamax Adventures, like making that the 200 subscriber vote. That was a mistake. Thank you, Zen. Someone please go grab Zen's link, please. But yeah, my biggest mistake was definitely hunting Zygarde as a 200 subscriber milestone, because we would never get 3 people. We would only get, you know, 2 people, me and one other person consistently. Occasionally, we would have a lobby of 4, which was only when I pre-coordinated with friends from the Penn State Pokemon Club to be able to beat Zygarde with a lobby of 4. But even then, it was still ridiculously low odds of actually doing it because, again, you need a very specific layout. And, you know, as a result of that, like, nowadays, you know, like, nowadays, I feel like we could hunt Zygarde relatively easily. Like, we have a whole bunch of people here who play. Hey, Andreas! Hi, Andreas. We have a whole bunch of people here that, you know, constantly pop in. We have a reliable group of people that always comes in and does Dynamax Adventures with us. And now we would be able to have, you know, a full lobby for Zygarde, which would really have helped, but, I mean, I got Zygarde off screen. Zygarde's pretty hard. Wait, how come not having 4 people messes up the path? The bot still chose his Tangela. Yeah, that's the weird thing. That's the weird thing, Braydell. Is that the game will change it. And I don't know why the game changes that. I think it's maybe to prevent people from having... Oh, yeah, you got Giratina in, what, like 28 DAs? You got freaking Giratina in 28 DAs. This man, with his luck. This absolute unit of a man with his shiny luck. Meanwhile, casually over here at quadruple odds. It is safe to say that this has become my worst shiny hunt ever. Like, Kartana, the high estimate for the Kartana Dynamax Adventures was around 400. You know, low 400s. Ho-Oh has matched this. Ho-Oh has matched this. Keep in mind, when I did those Kartana Dynamax Adventures, those were solo lobbies that I did. Those were solo, off-stream, animations off. I blew through those in about 5 minutes a piece, and I got that in like 4 days. And this is a year. Almost a year. It'll in... What'll it be? It'll be... So the 13th is when it will be definitively a year. On the 13th, so a little... So in 12 days, this will be a year-long hunt. It'll also be my longest hunt in terms of just number of times odds. Because the funniest thing is I have had things that were under odds. I've had things that were a hair's breadth over double odds. I've had things that were a hair's breadth over odds. I have had nothing that is triple odds to quadruple odds outside of that Kartana. And even then, with the Kartana, the actual numbers are a bit fuzzy because I didn't actually keep track. I had to back calculate from statistical probability with Dynite Ore. And it just gives me a rough number. But with Ho-Oh, we have an account of every single Dynamax Adventure Ho-Oh success story we've had, and that is 400. Ho-Oh has matched and exceeded my worst hunt. And I want to strangle this turkey. I mean, like, this is the mixed feelings of the over-odds hunt. This is the mixed feelings of it. On the one hand, it's comedy gold, literally comedy gold, and that's a gold chicken, for how high over odds it's gone. But on the other sense, I really just want this thing to be over with. I don't keep track of how many I had, so Esper, so how much time I'm wasting. I mean, for me, I like to keep track of it just for, like, okay, yeah, I know the number I got it at. You know, plus again, you know, for keeping track of odds, so I can put, you know, over odds, double odds, quadruple odds, whatever odds on, you know, the thing. But with Ho-Oh is my worst. Finally got some gamer stuff. Noise. Noise, Andreas. Yeah, this is true gamer moments right here. Yeah, we have, yeah, so we have 67 more Dynamax Adventures before we run out of Dynamite. So we will be at 470 DAs. We're at 470 DAs if we exhaust all of our Dynite before we get the Ho-Oh. And I honestly don't know which one will happen sooner. Exhausting all of my Dynite or actually getting the bird. Because this is... No, it'll be... No, wait, no. 471. It'll be 471 total DAs before we exhaust all of our Dynite statistically. Because I can't go... The thing is, the worst part is I can't do other DAs with other creators. Because that will destroy the pathing. I don't know why, but I've tested with others. I'm always here like, hey, thank you, Fishy! Someone please go grab Fishy's link. Thank you. Someone please go grab Fishy's link. And to prove it yesterday, you were talking about fossil something in COD. I mean, yep, you are exactly right. You are exactly right, Domestic Fishy. Like, I love that. Fossil something. Fossil something. Yeah, You just have the most supreme of shiny luck, Andreas. You just have, like, the supreme luck. And I'm just like, just... Wait, it takes Dynite Ore. Yes! After, I think it's after 3 DCs, then it starts costing Dynite Ore. And it goes from 3 pieces of Dynite Ore, the first DC, after that, then the next DC is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then it stops at 10 and just costs 10 every single time until you do 1 successful DA without getting a disconnect. Then the whole counter resets. And I think they have to know that people were going to be doing this for specific legendaries. That's why they don't penalize it escalatingly. Yeah, the thing is, you're likely to never encounter the DC penalty, because if you disconnect, well, you're likely not going to get another disconnect, and then like a third disconnect within, 3 DAs. Target me, come on, target me. Yes! Get wrecked, you stupid thing. Yes, you have to give them Dynite Ore after a disconnect like that. Andreas A just diet gaming chairs. Andreas just eats chairs. Just use Grassy Glide, Snorlax. Don't use Power Whip. Because Power Whip has a chance of missing. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting a new gamer chair for Christmas, most likely, because I don't know, but actually, I can show you guys. Like, you guys can't really see it, but, like, the stuff is sort of coming off the arm of the chair, and it's, a little not good, because, like, if my sleeves are up like this, and my arm is on the thing. My arm is rubbing against, like, the rough part of it, and it just, like, dries out and scratches up my entire arm, and I want to get a new chair. Cause, I love everything about the chair. I love everything about this chair, except for the arms. Like, the stuff is peeling off, and the only reason why the stuff is peeling off is that on both sides, the size of the foam thing underneath the plasticky covering was different sizes. So when I, like, rested my arm or my elbow a bit forcefully on the thing, the plastic thing wanted to bulge out because it was being pushed down, but the thing was, like, glued or stuck on the under part of the foam, and it caused, like, a rip to appear. And then as time went on, that rip would spread and spread and spread and spread across the entire thing until there was, like, this lip under it of where the tear was, and then my sleeves would catch on that as, like, I moved them back or something. I'd move my sleeves back when I'm moving a controller or doing motion controls, or even just, getting up, and my side would drag against it, and it would just rip up the whole thing, and then it just tore up a big chunk of it, and then you had this big, like, just flapping piece of plastic. Okay, so I just ripped off the flapping piece of plastic, and well, now my arm is just scratching up against the foam itself, and I tried to cover it up with tape, and it didn't work, and so yeah, I'm gonna be getting a new chair. Because, like, everything else is good. If I could just transplant out the arms of the chair, everything would go back to being perfect. Everything would be perfect if I could just transplant the chair arms. Yeah, that's good. It's okay. It's okay, Snorlax. It's all good. Do not swap out for this. Do not swap out. Wait. Oh, who DQ'd? Oh, Octo DQ'd. Oh, Octo DQ'd. Okay. That's weird. Okay, yeah, your internet might not be stable, Octo, then. Your internet still might not be stable. Is there anyone else who would be able to pop in for some Dynamax adventures? Is there anyone else who would be able to pop in? It sucks. Okay. Okay, change in plans. Okay, we have a change in plans then. Okay. Snorlax. You swap out for the Boldor. You are swapping out for the Boldor. Okay. Hey, Bitey, welcome in. I'm in a FN match RN, but I could join up. Okay, thank you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I'll be shiny hunting, Alpha Loft on you. Okay. So glad I got geared one day before Halloween. I mean, you might, cause just game. I moved Giratina to Legends to see it in the game. Nice. That reminds me, someone got a shiny Arceus in BDSP. And they transferred it into Legends, and then gave it to the guy that says, "Oh yeah, we need a fire type for the fire or fighting type or something like that in Legends for like the farm." And yeah, there's a fire type shiny Arceus just in the field, and I'm just like, why? Why would you waste? I mean, you can get it back. You know, you can go and just say, "Oh yeah, I want this," just exchange it for a different fire type. And it's just like, you went through all that effort for that kind of a flex. I respect it. And the thing is, the reason is that I'm not that different. Like, that's basically the entire reason I shiny hunt Pokemon to using competitive. Is just, it's just for the little bit of grease that I can say, yeah, I have a shiny. I don't need to go shiny hunt this thing. I don't need to hunt this thing. But I'm doing it just because I can. And I love that. It is the most dickhead thing to do, but it's kind of funny. Now I'll get 3 more. Exactly. I think you can only get one Arceus like per switch with that whole Legends thing? I think. I don't think. Might focus hunting all the legendaries that are locked in Legends. Yeah, honestly, it's a good idea. Aren't all the legendaries shiny locked, Andreas? Okay, per save. Okay, save. I thought it was per switch. Okay. Really? Hey, Flash. Hey, Flash. But yeah, like, okay. So the NPC will take it. For this, we're going left. For this, we go left because I know it's hard to see the shadows. The shadow in the middle is Crocodile. The one on the left is the Rhydon. We want to go for the left. But I move them from Sword and Shield. I'm doing okay. I mean, I'm doing as okay as you can with a quadruple over shiny Ho-Oh hunt. I'm doing as well as you can. But also, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. There's 18 of you guys here. Holy crap, there's so many awesome people here. Like, this is why, like, yeah, like, the midday streams are the way to go. The midday streams are the future. The midday streams are the future of the Grove. Homework. Otherwise known as cruel and unusual punishment. Like, homework does not actually help in the vast majority of cases. Kayla, just use liquidation. Just use liquidation, Kayla. It does a lot more damage than Earth Power. Yeah, just use liquidation. The other reason why is that this thing will raise its special defense, and you have the same type of attack bonus, 4 times weakness, and the rain. All in all, totaled up, 4 times weakness. That is, you know, 4 times weakness, 4 times damage. Same attack bonus. And that. That is... I'll let Kayla Dynamax against this thing. 4 times weakness, times 50, times 0.5, because that's same attack bonus. 66 times damage. Then, add in the rain, which is a further 50% damage bonus. 50%, 1.5 times 6. 9 times damage. It's ridiculous how much damage you do in rain with water types when hitting a super. It hits so hard, and I love it. Yeah, you probably are going faster because you don't have the connection times, and you may have animations off. That is exactly true, Braydal. That is exactly true. Homework is torture. Homework is cruel and unusual punishment, and it should be outlawed. Thank you, Eclipse. We need the luck. We need the luck, Eclipse. Okay, all you need to swap out. Okay. Snorlax, you're Dynamaxing. You are the Dynamax Snorlax. Do not Dynamax Kayla, because if the weather gets reset to sun, it'll completely kneecap any of your damage. And I also have Sand Force, so that way even if we do get the sand set up, the Boldore, I'll do even more damage, as well as just residual damage on the Ho-Oh over time. I have animations on... Really? I mean, I enjoy the animations as well, but when it comes to Dynamax Adventures, I keep them turned off just for sake of pacing. Because, like, when you're doing shiny hunts, you need speed. You need speed. Thank you, Zen. Thank you, Zen. I want my shiny turkey. I want my delicious golden turkey. This thing will get thrown in the deep fryer when it sparkles. All of this hunt was just to enjoy the greatest Thanksgiving dinner of all time. Yep. Clap, clap, clappy, clap, hands. Rock slide. No, this is not shiny. The shiny is in the corner. That is the gold is the shiny. It'll only show up as shiny after you catch it. You have to look through the entire selection. Nothing is shiny in here. Nothing is shiny in the battles. It's only after. I know Ho is a phoenix, but I call it I call it either a chicken or a turkey, just because it is annoying, and I do not think it is deserving of the respect of being called a phoenix like it actually is, after being a spiteful little piece of shit. For being spiteful and being a jerk, I will not show it the respect it wants. Die. Die, Ho-Oh. Get absolutely bludgeoned by rocks. Yep, it is getting thrown in the cooking. It getting thrown in the cooking box. Yes, it is getting thrown in the oven when we get it. Oh look, 404, shiny not found. 404, sparkles not found. Just give me my shiny. I don't know. I mean, we can all tell I'm slowly going crazy from this. Well, not slowly going crazy. I am crazy. You know, the definition of insanity is repeating the same action over and over and over again and expecting a different result. And as we have seen, I've repeated this action over 400 times, and it is still things. Hey, Benny. Hey, Benny. How you doing? This bird. You know what? Maybe. You know what? All of my shinies I've gotten while listening to copious amounts of Sabaton. Maybe I should crank up the Sabaton. Thank you. We need the luck. We always need the luck. Maybe you won't get the... Andreas, we've been hunting this thing for almost a year at this point. We've been hunting this thing for almost a year at this point. It's a year late for Christmas. It's a year late for Christmas. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, they finally have a lyric video from Midway. Okay, that's good. Link code 1928374 There we go. All right, let's try and get a bird. Christmas miracle. I wouldn't call it a Christmas miracle if I get this thing on Christmas, because it'll be a year. Like, I would have been hunting this stupid thing for a year at this point. And I don't think that would be a miracle, you know, that's that long awaited time. Society owns Max's cooks the turkey. Yep. Yep, it's the entire thing we just to look for, like, the biggest turkey possible. Yep, Christmas curse. It's a curse. It's a curse. I don't even have the game. Wait, today is a year. It'll be a year. It'll be a year in a little over a week. In a little over a week, it will be 1 year. Yeah. Because we started this on the 13th of November of last year. Yeah. 12 days until it's a year-long hunt. Anyone gonna be joining in? We need you guys to join in. Anyone else gonna be popping in? Anyways, got a shiny Pumpkaboo this morning. Hunting it since yesterday. Very nice. Very nice. That's one that if I ever hunt, it'll likely be a Trick Room variant, specifically for Trick Room shenanigans, because I love my competitive. Like, see, this is the thing with me. Is if I want a shiny of a certain Pokemon, and that Pokemon is competitively, what do you mean? Okay, bye. Like if there's a Pokemon that is competitively viable for doubles, and is viable in Trick Room, I will specifically breed a Pokemon for the Trick Room that is shiny. That's exactly what we did with not Ho-Oh. That is exactly what we did with Gigalith. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why we're not going for the Rhydon here, is that I would get the Rhydon the other way. All right. Since we only have 3 people, the pathing is going to be different. Limit the thing. Yeah, your picks are the same. Snorlax, go for the magnet again. What quests, Bite? Well, what quests? Is this a Legends? Is this in Legends? Alright, Fortnite. Oh, no, Fortnite! Fortnite! Like, Fortnite is lumped in there with Toby Fox as the Dinkelberg of the channel. New update came out, trying to get the... Okay, makes sense. But yeah, like, Fortnite is like Toby Fox for the channel, and that he is the Dinkelberg of the channel. Granted, it's more Toby Fox than Fortnite. Fruit Nut. Nice one, Jared. Nice. Kill the rocks. Kill the rocks. Kill the rocks with dirt. Kill the rocks with dirt. Alright. There's the one issue with having to open up the windows to just keep the room from getting too cold. Like, well, not... Yes, open up the windows to keep the room from getting too cold. Yes, brilliant. Words are hard, Max, if you're a complete moron. To keep the room from getting too hot, I need to open the windows. Keep in mind, it's like 60 degrees outside and raining. So it's really more of like, you know, around 50-something outside. And the only problem with that is I get a bit cold. And, you know, so I have to just put on, like, my hoodie every so often. And, you know, I just get a bit cold every so often with that. I like rain. Like, I like the ambiance of rain. It's strange to say, but I love the look of an overcast sky. I prefer the, like, it's gonna sound like a psychopath to say this, but I like the look of an overcast sky more than I like the look of a bright sunny day. I don't know, which is like, I don't know, I love the look of a nice overcast sky. And I don't know, I just like it. But I don't like that it's muggy outside after the fact. I don't like that, you know, I go running and my shoes get soaked. Rain is okay, but yeah, warm rain is eh. Warm rain is eh. But yeah, it's like, I mean, it's after the fact it just gets muggy, which is the only thing. No, muggy, it means a lot of, it's high humidity. Muggy is high humidity. Let's go crush this thing. There we go. Yeah. I'm enjoying it. I love it. Yeah, it stopped raining, thankfully, so that's good. But yeah. Good to go. Snorlax, everything okay? Everything good, Snorlax? Okay. Snorlax? Everything good, Snorlax? Okay. Yeah, this is the thing for the DAs. So if you're not gonna be able to consistently do the battles in the DAs, we do ask if you step out, because if you have to get up and do something, or you're doing other things, please not join the DAs. But we want to speed through the DAs as quickly as possible, and we need consistency for that. And if that's the case, because if we only have 2 people doing this, it's faster just to go solo. The reason why is that we have 2 people basically carrying an entire thing of the DAs, as opposed to 3 people, which speeds the thing up greatly. At which point it's better just to go solo, because the lack of animation times makes up for the lack of good decisions on the NPC's part. Which is one of the reasons why I need to get a pathing where I get a Lycanroc. If I can get a pathing where I get a Lycanroc in the start of it, that is the ideal pseudo. No, Lycanroc is better. Lycanroc is the better one. Just down to it has better speed stats, which is important. And if I can get that, I'll do them solo. But yeah, that's the only. I mean, I need to get to that point. You know, I need to get to that point at some point, which is going to be good. Yeah, that's not going to be fun. But yeah, I mean, until we get that God Path. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, Benny. But yeah, once I get that Lycanroc pathing, then I'm probably going to just start doing them solo, because I did say when it gets to around, if it gets around like mid 400s for DAs, I am gonna start doing off-stream and solo hunts as like the consistency for it. Mostly down to, at this point, it's just, it's 400.5 odds. It's gonna be then. I don't think that there is a real answer for that Dragon Claw. I think that every Lycanroc form has its own merits, and like there's all the individual plus points for each of them. Personally, I have a soft spot for Dusk form. However, the Dusk form, you know, my fondness for the Dusk form is a bit biased due to personal things at IRL. But I like both of the others. Like, I like No Guard Stone Edge. I Lycanroc Midnight. Like, that I think is awesome. Lycanroc Midday has like a lot of good points. Like Sand Rush is great. You know, Accelerock is great. But I also really, really like, you know, No Guard. No Guard Stone Edge is just it's got like decent speed, it's decent bulky, you know, good attack. But, you know, just Dusk form, it's got a good of both. It's, you know, it's fast, good attack stat, tough claws, also has Accelerock. It's great. I love it. Like, I don't think that there is a single best form of Lycanroc. However, when it comes to Dynamax Adventures, I think the best form is Midnight form. And that is because it has just better moves. It has, you know, Brick Break, it has Crunch, it has Stone Edge, whereas, you know, you've got Lycanroc Midday, which has Accelerock, Stone Edge, Howl, and Round, which, all in all, not exactly great. Like, Stone Edge is vicious, and the Stone Edge is great, but it doesn't have No Guard. You know, you don't have No Guard Stone Edge. You know, like Lycanroc has 3 forms. You can only get the 3rd form with a special Lillipup that has own tempo, and then it needs to be evolved at a very specific time frame in game. I think it's what, like 6 p. It's like either 5 to 6 p.m. or 6 to 7 p.m. Lycanroc Dusk. Yeah, like Lycanroc Dusk form is very, very particular with how you get it. It needs to have the Rockruff needs to have own tempo as its ability. It needs to be own tempo. Okay. It's level 5. Let's see. Lycanroc's forms are set upon evolution and unknown between this version of the game which you're playing. Oh yeah, right. I forgot. In Gen in Gen 7, it was like set. It was set what game it was. 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. in-game time. 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. and it has to have the own tempo one. It was the giveaway event. There was a giveaway event for it. However, it is able to pass down the own tempo from breeding, and there are Dynamax dens in the Isle of Armor where you can get the Dusk Lycanroc form, I believe. Or you can get the own tempo Rockruff. Crown Thunder Search Right Now Adventure in game. I don't know. You can get it in like a regular thing. No, you're not. No, it is Isle of Armor. It is Isle of Armor. Okay. Yes. What's glasses? Focus. Blunder. I'll go Focus Ash. But yeah, it was given away as an event at the start of it. Alrighty, lunch break is over. Good luck. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Natasha. Hey, Alan. How you doing, Alan? How is Alan doing? How you doing, man? But yeah, you can get, Lycanroc Dusk form in... You can get Lycanroc Dusk form in, Sword and Shield. You just need to do a Dynamax Den that has the own Tempo Rock. That has Lycanroc Dusk form. Really? Well, no, that's just barely different place. Let's crush with rock. Crush it with the pebbles. Crush with the pebbles. Lycanroc. Yes. Yes. Dynamax Dens. That, I knew you got it from Dynamax Dens. But yeah, you can still get Lycanroc with own tempo that way, and I like that. Yes, Common Den 156. Standard. Yes! 5% of the level 3 raids. 5% of the level 3 raids and 5% of the level 4 raids at that den give you own tempo. A raid den manipulated for own tempo rock left against. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like den manipulation. I feel den manipulation sort of leans into that like territory of hacking and genning, and that is something that does make me a bit uncomfortable. Granted, let's just say my passionate distaste for genning comes from the, as I will politely call them, scumbags in VGC that will gen entire teams that are shiny, that have perfect natures, that have hidden abilities, that have every single rare thing you can get on them, illegitimately. Just to say, oh yeah, I have this super rare thing even though I genned it. Even though I didn't actually work for it, I have this thing that everyone wants. And I just want to clock them right in the face. Like, that's actually why for a long time, I hated shiny Pokemon. Was because all I ever knew shiny Pokemon for was basically people who would gen and hack them into existence as sort of a, hey, I have this shiny thing, flex. Even if it was illegitimately gotten. Wish you could join on some DAs, but work. Understandable, my friend. Understandable. GG Big Windbird. Let's kill this bird and get our shiny, please. I want shiny. But yeah, my favorite of the Lycanroc forms, it's always gonna be Dusk. I love Dusk form. Not really sure I'll ever really be able to tell a story of why that is. Alan, you save every iota of your shiny luck for Mewtwo hunt. You save every iota of your shiny luck for Shuo-2. Shuo. It doesn't work as well as it doesn't work as well as Shuo-2. It really doesn't work like Shuo-2 works. Shuo-2. Oh, Landon is the gift that keeps on giving, with just the fact that he calls everything a shoe that just refuses to shine. Like, Snom is a shoe, Snom was a shoe, Sylveon was a shoe, Hydreigon was a shoe, and then he just gets in rapid succession, you know, Electivire, then Cryogonal. Well, Cryogonal, then Electivire. It's like, yeah, it just gets everything lucky. Understandable, Dragonclaw. Thank you very much for coming in. But, you know, don't forget to, you know, share this out to your friends, Dragonclaw, so they know what we do around here, if you don't mind. Let's go get our shiny bird. Let's go get our non-existent shiny stupid bird that I wanna strangle. I hate this thing. Oh, really? Decided to put a hold on the Shuo-2 hunt. I can respect that. Once I get this thing, I will be very happy to help you with your Shutu hunt, Alan. Like, I will be happy to assist with it when I'm able. The thing is, I can't hunt right now with it, because if I do other Dynamax adventures, historically, anytime I do Dynamax adventures that are not of, like, this, it will reset the pathing. And long term, I kind of need the pathing. How do you go Ho-Oh in 1? Well, I mean, you got Ho-Oh in 1 because Shutu happens. Like, that's how RNG Whiplash works. That's how RNG Whiplash works, Alan. You get good luck. You get good luck. You get good luck. You get good luck. But all of that accumulating good luck builds up and 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 up. Up by the path. Oh, right. I forgot to turn on the thing. Okay, that's on me. Okay, that's my bad. But bye. The person needs to take the Magneton, so that way the last one is the Tangela. The reason why we need the Tangela is that the Araquanid is not good for this thing. Shutu's giving me every shine. Yep, that's exactly how it works. Like let's recount the shiny encounter numbers we've had since starting shiny hunting on this channel. Oh no, it's my bad bite. It's my bad bite. I forgot to have the thing up. Let's recount our shiny haul. Ultra Ultra Moon Masuda method. Grubbin. 30 eggs for Grubbin. Under odds by a heavy margin. Reshiram, 28 Dynamax adventures, heavily under odds. Zygarde, 30 Dynamax adventure successes, heavily under odds. Rayquaza, 14 Dynamax adventures, extremely heavily under odds. Zapdos, 1,239 encounters. Almost at odds, but still under odds. Female Shiny Amora. 8 encounters off of hitting odds. So 8 encounters under odds. Necrozma. 26 Dynamax adventures. Heavily under odds. Cresselia. Also 26 Dynamax adventures. Heavily under odds. Again. Heatran, 63 Dynamax adventures. Decently solidly under odds. Shiny Medicham, 1 encounter after getting Shiny Zapdos. 1 encounter, extremely heavily under odds. What were the others? Guzzlord. 28 Dynamax adventures, under odds. It's like the worst hunt we've had on this channel that isn't Ho-Oh is the double odds we went for Roggenrola, which was like 1,119 encounters before we hit odds, before we got the shiny on that one. And that's the worst one. Like, there's no in between. It's either supremely good luck, okay, not really great luck, but like still, it's only double odds, and then supremely garbage luck. There is no like, okay, bad luck, but like it's only a little over bad luck. It's like I consider bad luck for shiny hunting to be anything over double odds. You know, I don't consider going over odds to be bad luck. Just statistically that. I made more things. Nice. Nice. But yeah, it's like it. Oh yeah, Bagon. Bagon was under odds. The baby bagel dragon was under odds. You think I've considered making a compilation of every shiny that we have hunted and gotten on stream that we were looking for, that we got in the intervening time since starting Ho-Oh. Because I'm making that list, and I'm thinking about making a video all about this just because it's so stupid of how things have gone. And I think it would do decently well. Hey, Cypress, how you doing? Okay, so let's actually get working on this list, because look, I know Reshiram. I started and finished Reshiram before starting Ho-Oh. That I know for certain. That I absolutely know for certain. That I know. Don't swap out here for the scientist lady. Yeah, so let's go through and make it. I honestly want to make this video of, like, yeah, just recounting all the shinies I've gotten in the intervening time and the reactions. So, Zygarde. Granted, I didn't have Zygarde recorded for that, because that I just recaptured that with the thing. Zygarde. Guzzlord. Amara. Tyrant. Grubbin. Necrozma. I also remember that, yeah, I got Grubbin, I got Necrozma, Zapdos, and Medicham on the same day. Necrozma, Zapdos. I should categorize it by, like, legendaries and then, like, regular non-legendary things to make it easier. Well, then again, Guzzlord is not a legendary. Guzzlord is just an Ultra Beast. Ultra Beasts, oh yeah, fun fact for those who don't know. Ultra Beasts, they're not legendaries. They are their own separate, distinct class of Pokemon, officially speaking. Just as Mythicals are not legendaries, they are their own separate, distinct individual class. And I like to try to do everything like that. Consider the following: Head Smash, Rockhead, Staraptor, Rock Flying. Interesting, but I'll do you one better. Rock Smash, Rockhead, Head Smash, Tyrantrum. Oh yeah, man, I love me Tyrantrum. Love me some Tyrantrum. It's such a great Pokemon. Best design. I am not a big fan of Kalos. Boy, I love Tyrantrum. It's like, it's a T-Rex. It's a T-Rex. Ho-Oh's a shoe, Yveltal's a shoe, and Mewtwo's a foot. I will not generally say good things. This is where, Magneton swaps out. Snorlax. Guys, we need to keep the pattern. Guys. Alright, Zapdos, Necrozma, Guzzlord, Cresselia, Rayza, Streams, Brigade. Okay, Bennett. But that's why we have the thing above me, so like the latency does not be a problem, because I've ultimately realized at this point that the latency is unavoidable. The latency is an unavoidable thing. Well, the reason why I say don't do the assassin name is that that is potentially problematic with just the YouTube thing. Okay. For this Snorlax, you swap out for the Rhydon. I want you to swap out for the Rhydon. Against the Ho-Oh, we Dynamax the Rhydon. The Ho-Oh is going to be our Dynamax play. The shiny Ho-Oh is a shoe. Ho-Oh is a shoe. Love me that damage. Love me that damage from Flash Cannon. It's alright, Snorlax. It's alright, but the pattern. The pattern. Granted, you guys don't like, you guys aren't like mentally doing all the damage calculations in your head like I am, so like, that's the thing. Like, I am mentally checking, okay, what's our best damage option going forward? This. Okay, this is our best damage option. Like, I mean, I'm always weighing the damage options in my head, and like, I don't always verbalize that, so that is on me. That is an on me bad. So Zapdos, Necrozma, Guzzlord, Cresselia, Heatran, Melty Face. Heatran. But yeah, Snorlax is gonna be our Dynamax, so the Rhydon is gonna be our Dynamax play. Let me actually look through all of my series to see them. Oh no, it's my bad for not clarifying the things. Okay, so what was? I'm making the list of like all of our shiny stuff we've done. Guzzlord. Wait, what am I doing? I can just look at my thumbnail archive. Why do I have to? Why am I going into my YouTube? I can just go into my thumbnail archive. Because I have an archive of all my thumbnails for shiny. I have a folder that is specifically an archive of all of my thumbnails that I do in case I ever need them again for something. And I can just go into there. Okay. So, Cresselia. Cresselia, got. Guzzlord, got. Melty Face, got. Necrozma, got. Rayquaza, got. Zapdos, got. So, Zapdos, Necrozma, Guzzlord, Cresselia, Rayquaza, Heatran. Really? Okay. That match checks. That match checks out. Okay. So now we go on to regular Pokemon, which is Bagon. So that's the reason why we go for the Dynamax being the Rock type. Because in Sun, Water's damage is completely kneecapped into oblivion, and we want the most damage. That's why, because it just, when Sun is out, Water types just barely do any damage. That's why we want Rock types, because Rock types are the most consistent damage output dealers. And, like, in Rain, Water types do so much damage. But when the Sun is out, it completely destroys their damage output. And they become a liability because they really can't do much. Yikes. Oh boy. We don't even need the Dynamax at this point. We just don't even need the Dynamax. Yeah. Yeah, Ho-Oh does a lot of damage. Ho-Oh does a lot of damage. And now, you go away. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I love weather teams when it comes to competitive. Is they're so good for just doing all kinds of things. Like, you know, you got Sand Tyranitar with Excadrill. So long as Rock Slide hits, you know, for those who don't know, a few 2 or so weeks ago, I was in Burno's draft league, and I was going up against him. And I missed so many high horsepowers and so many Rock Slides. At the end of the battle, he said, because I had him nailed dead to rights in both of those games. But I missed a 5% chance so many times. Those 5% misses happened so many times. Like, 70% of my moves that were 95% accurate, they hit only 70% of the time. At best. And I lost both of those games because of that. And he said after the fact, I take no pride in these wins. Because we both know, like, because we both know, realistically, if we played those games again, I would have crushed him. But, because RNG was like, no, we're going to make sure you lose, I missed every crucial hit. That's why wide lens. Yeah, that's why whenever I use my Togekiss, for, like, that's why when I use my Disruption Flinch Kiss, I always give her the wide lens. So that way I will always hit Thunder Wave, and I will never miss my freaking air slashes. Because there is nothing worse than missing an air slash. Because, like, on the one hand, okay, I land air slash, it doesn't flinch. I can deal with it. I still did some damage to you. But if you miss the air slash, that is a wasted turn on your part, when the entire idea of the Togekiss is to make them waste their turn. So the roles have been reversaled, and I don't like when the role reversal happens to me. But yeah, I run my Togekiss with wide lens specifically for the same reason. But for my Tyranitar and for my Excadrill, I needed them to hold the Chople Berry and the Focus Sash respectively, so I couldn't give them the wide lens. But then it just happened so many times, and it was like, I'm very annoyed about this. But Burno was a great sport about it. Burno was a fantastic sport about it. And, you know, it's like, I can't complain. Like, yeah, we both played very well. RNG was just on his side. Because I even said earlier, I am looking forward to losing because my RNG has been horrible today. And that's what happened. Burno's a delightful person. Burno is a delightful human being. Bagon, Amora, Tyrant, Grubbin, Medicham. Medicham. Again, let's look at my thumbnail. Just look at the thumbnail archive. Lilligant. I forgot about Lilligant. Lilligant. Oh, well, I didn't have a recording of me with the Zygarde. Necrozma, Heatran, Bagon, Guzzlord, Heatran. Oh, that's Necrozma, Poipole, Rayquaza, Zygarde, Amora, Bagon, Cresselia, Dialga. Get Roggenrola. I run Wide Lens, Shinshino with Thunder Wave, Tail Slap, Triple Axle, and Tickle or Rock Blast. Fine. Alright. Anyone else able to pop in? Because we do need a fourth person. We do need a fourth person for this. Because like Cresselia. Well, I have there's the orbital phase, so I have the orbital phase. The phase on the orbital. It's that's more disruption tech than anything. That's more like disruption tech Pokemon. Which reminds me, I both love and loathe the people who do this. They run like King's Rock, Skill Link, Cloyster for just maximum flinch tech. It's interesting, but I'm not the biggest fan of it, only because I would just prefer Focus Sash into Shell Smash for maximum kill potential. But like it works. Like it works, but I'd go for the throat with Shell Smash. Go for the throat. Magneton again. Magnet. Yeah, I always went for Shell Smash Sash. Which is the reason why I love the Shell Razor. Which is why we have the Shell Razor as one of our mainstays in competitive. Yeah, Medicham, Grubbin. Oh, then the Ghastly. Well, no, the Ghastly was Ghastly. Gligar. Yeah, like there's so many there's so many phases we also got. in the intervening time. The Crawdaunt. There's the Crawdaunt from the thing with Andreas. Cool. Crawdaunt. There's so many we've got. Because there's so many shinies we've gotten that I have on footage. And there's so many that we also have on footage that I just don't even remember like when we got them, so just going rooting through for everything would just take way too dang long. There's so many of them. But yeah, let's just count up preliminary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 at minimum. Since, 17 shinies. Yeah, like, so many of them. Like, since starting the Ho-Oh hunt, there's just so many of them. So many of them. There's just so many hunts. I remember a March where after my Chinchino paralyzed Magirna, it got fully paralyzed 5 turns in a row. Tasted. It's always delicious to taste the salt of the enemy. The salt is always delicious. It's like, I mean, that's just, it's rude. To do that is just incredibly rude, and like, I'm okay with this. It's like, yeah, I'm using Togekiss. Like, what do you expect when you face a guy bringing a Togekiss? Do you expect to not get paraflinched? If you expect otherwise, you are sorely and gravely mistaken. Because, like, that is what Togekiss does. That is what Togekiss does best. Is paraflinch your face into the dirt. Granted, it was also, like, great as a Tailwind support user for a long time. But, then it did lose Tailwind, and honestly, like, this is a controversial stance on the move removals from Generation 8. I think it was a good thing. I think removing access to certain moves on the sheer number of Pokemon that they did was a good thing. And the reason I think that this was a good thing was that because Pokemon from Gen 1, Gen 2 have been around for so many years, their move pools have just gotten bloated with just everything that's come out throughout all times. And, adding on, oh, well, this thing gets, like these 7 moves from, like, Gen this, Gen that. Like, this thing gets Tailwind for some reason. This thing gets, this move, that move, this move, that move, this move, that move, this move, that move. They get so many attacks that by sheer, like, moves make the Pokemon. It's a very common thing with competitive that moves, stats, ability all make a Pokemon. But then you have, like, a very large number of Pokemon that just have such absolutely fantastic moves that their not as great stats are completely overcompensated by a vastly superior move kit. And, like, you've got, like, I love Togekiss, but you've got things like Togekiss being, I would say Togekiss is the most customizable Pokemon that exists in the entire series, because it can be a cleric, it can be support, it can be DPS with, like, Nasty Plot, attack moves, Disruption with, Air Slash flinches, Thunder Wave. It formerly could be support with Follow Me, Life Dew, Wish, I think Healing Wish, Safeguard, Heal Bell, Heal Bell, like one of the team like status cleansing moves. Follow Me. It could literally do any role you need it. Support with Tailwind. Snorlax, you swap for the thing. And, just have, like, Tailwind and all of those moves. I mean, it made fighting Togekiss completely unpredictable. It's like you didn't know, you essentially didn't know what Togekiss you were staring down the barrel of. You didn't know whether this is a Togekiss that can break your face in with its own sheer offensive power, or whether this was a Togekiss that was a team enabler. It would draw the aggression from enemy Pokemon to allow the sweeper to take advantage, and just, or it would set up Tailwind, give a lower speed Pokemon the brutal aggressive power it needed. You never knew what Togekiss you were staring down the barrel of. Oh, thank you, Dom Rules. Thank you. Are you new here? I mean, I guess, but you're not new here. This is what happens when I'm trying to do it. Snorlax, that's why I said if you're trying to do a bunch of things, like, please stay out. Like, I appreciate the hopping in, but please hop out of the games if you are doing some other things. Because I understand that you are doing other stuff, but also, like, we want to kind of speed the things. I do appreciate you coming in, though. Thank you. But, yeah. You know, if you are busy, which you are from you saying that, please don't join the next matches. We'll just go. I'll just go solo, because it actually is faster to go solo with this, which is strange. You may think it's strange it's fast to go solo, but it is faster to go solo because I can turn the animations off and not even for the load time to actually speed everything up. Hey, Fancy Duck! How is Fanciest Duck this side of anywhere doing? How are you doing, the Fancy Duck? Iron Man. Yeah. But yeah, I think if no one else is gonna pop in, yeah, Kayla, don't join the next one. I just want to see how many people there actually are to, like, do the stuff. Good. I'm doing well. You know, we're just doing some Dynamax Adventures. We do need some help when it comes to Dynamax Adventures, but I am thinking we are just gonna go and start doing solo lobbies then. You know, just for the sake of speeding up everything and optimizing our pace, which is what we generally need to do. I'll just go for max Quake and everything like that to just crush things as quick as possible. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go solo from now on. Main reason is speed at which we can just brute force through the Dynamax lobbies, which, I mean, yeah. I mean, there are days where people just aren't able to. Hey, welcome in Stone. I'm doing well. You're close to reaching my Groudon hunt number. Yeah. No one is close to the number of that Maddie is at for not Maddie. Alan is at for Mewtwo. But today we have officially have a new worst hunt. Kartana, mathematically, Kartana potentially has a higher number of worst DAs, but that's also, it's a range. Like, the reason why is I calculated my number of Kartana Dynamax Adventures from my Dynaor haul, and the number of, well, the number of things I had to use Dynaor on, and then from that, calculating, okay, that my average Dynaor haul is this much per DA. Yeah, swap out. Yeah, swap out Snorlax. And then basically calculate, okay, well, this is the absolute range, so, like, minimum number of DAs needed by calculating, okay, this is the maximum number of Dynaor gotten every time. And then maximum number of DAs by using the minimum Dynaor from each time. And, okay, from there, figure, okay, this is how many DAs approximately would have taken. And that range was about a, 50, 60-something gap for number of Dynamax Adventures, which came out to roughly, between around, mid to high 300s to about low 400s. And because of that, the exact number of DAs for Kartana, I do not know. And as a result of not knowing that actual number, I will go more towards the median. So, maybe around 400. And cause you also got to say, like, how many DAs could I feasibly do in a single day? You know, it would take a lot more of those DAs to do in a single day. And, you know, allowed me to do that. And, you know, about 400 in total, it seemed like a bit of a stretch. But how are you doing, Justin Castro? So, yeah. As of today, it is definitive that Ho-Oh is our worst ever hunt for number of odds. And that yeah, we do not do self-promoting here, Omar. Thank you, Dom. We do not do self-promoting. Like, do not do that, please. There's a self-promoting thing in the Discord. Link to the Discord is in the description below. You can do that in there, but do not spam in the chat. Rockfall, very good. Yeah, Ho-Oh is our worst. Let's go, big. That was probably a crit. That was not a crit. Oh wow. Oh, had Screech actually connected, that would have done so much damage. I'm doing well, Justin. I'm doing well aside from slowly losing my mind from the stupid bird. Yeah, but I mean, other than that, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. It's doing good. Let's crush this bird with a giant rock again. But yeah, after this one, we're gonna just start doing solo lobbies of Ho-Oh, because I mean, just like sheer speed, like just sheer speed. Let me check something. I think Piggy Sizey Toad. See, I want to see stats. There we go. And with that, Ho-Oh goes down 400. And that, okay, so generation 8. Rhydon, attack of 130. Let's go down. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Boldor is, like, not near 130, so I know 130 is the attack stat of, well, 135 is Gigalets. Yeah, 105, okay. So, yeah, it is best for me to just go for Rhydon. Yeah, I'll just go for Rhydon, as my catch thing. Alright. Yep, it's not shiny. It doesn't exist. The stupid bird doesn't exist. I want to just shove this turkey in a pressure cooker and serve it up for Thanksgiving. And just serve it up for Thanksgiving. Thank you, Sleepy. Hey, nice. Getting Argento again, Jays. Now this time save. Now this time save, so you don't lose that Argento. Save that game, so you don't lose it again. But yeah, we're just gonna go solo DAs for this time. I want to speed to this things. Don't worry, Sleepy. Don't cry. Don't cry for me and this potato brain fool. I'll take a Araquanid. I'll take the Araquanid just because, like, okay, I'll take that. Good. NPC took it. Take the Polytoad. Polytoad is good. Good. You take the Polytoad. Good. Take the Polytoad. Where's the Rhydon then? Alright, please tell me the Rhydon is in here somewhere. I just need Andarak and E-Raptor. Nice. Okay, there it is. Good. Okay, this should be easy. This is a good pathing. This is an okay pathing. This is an okay pathing for us, because we've got a good water type. We have 2 water types, so yeah, this is good. And I think that the pathing is always going to be consistent. The path is always going to be consistent with this, and the pathing is always going to be consistent. Yeah, Rhydon is the key to our Dynamax success. Rhydon is the key to victory. No problem. Finding Deciros. Oh, and Yeah, that is the one thing about fossil fighters that is just a little annoying. Well, more than a little annoying, is just the inability to find certain dinosaurs. You're wearing the head mask, right? Because that's what I would always just use whenever going out looking for fossils. Is just okay, head mask on, go. For me, it was old fish with head smash. I mean, fish, head smash fish. Head smash fish works. Oh my gosh, Snorlax, really? I mean, I called it. That's the reason I put for us, for you, yes, for me, no, as that option for the thing. It's like, I put it there because it always happens. It always happens. I never get shinies. They don't exist. They don't exist. Yeah, but isn't it green though? So you should probably be hating it, Justin, because it's a green shiny. Oh, it's green. That shiny is green. It's green. It's green. It's green. It's a green. I used a head smash Rockhead Tyrant with maxed out attack. It's fun. Like, one of my VGC strategies, like this was a gag team that I made a while ago that I never seriously intended to bring to any competitions. It was a head smash Rockhead Aggron next to a gravity Sigilyph that had speed swap and Tailwind, with the idea being I set up Tailwind, speed swap the Aggron, into head smash everything into oblivion. And was it good? Not really. But was it fun? Most certainly was it fun. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna smash into you with an Aggron. Cause like, the reason it was so funny, the reason it was so funny is that you have people who they don't think it should do that much damage because it's an Aggron. You never see Aggron in anything because it's not great. So what's an Aggron gonna do? And then you see this thing, yeah, it's just running at Mach running at Mach 100 right at you, head first, and you're dead. It's fun like that. It's fun. Like, that is why I love VGC. You can't do shenanigans like that in singles. You can't do, oh yeah, I'm gonna speed swap Tailwind and Aggron just to do all kinds of stupid bullshit on you. You know, it's, oh yeah, I'm just gonna set up Substitute and just like Toxic Stall you because I'm a degenerate like that. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use my Legacy Seismic Toss Eviolite Chansey on you because I don't know how to battle. I'm just gonna use Seismic Toss. You degenerate scum. Or soft boil Clefairy or Clefable. I hate people like that. It's like, I hate people who do that. That is not strategy. That is not strategy. That is degeneracy. You know, that is the exact opposite of a strategy doing that. Oh, this is fish. This is good fish. This is the good fish. Gobble, gobble. For those who don't know, I love Basculin. Basculin is a very, 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 very good boy. It is very powerful because it has access to a very good move in the form of Liquidation, with access to a very good ability in Adaptability. Now, for those who don't know, I'm just going to throw some numbers at a dartboard like this. So, same attack bonus, using a move of your own typing, is a 150% damage boost. So, normally, Basculin uses Liquidation. Well, that's 120 base power. It's 80 base power. Boost up to 120. You know, add on 40 power. Then you put that in the rain, which is another 50% increase. So it goes from 120 to 180 base power. You know, that's a respectably powerful move right now. That's a respectable power. Instead, let's go factor in adaptability. Adaptability makes that 150% damage boost double. So instead of multiplying it by 1.5, we're multiplying by 2. So that means liquidation is 160 base power. Now, add in the rain. 160. Half of 160 is 80. 240 base power on a liquidation boosted by rain. And that's before we even get into type effectiveness. It's like, oh, you are a murder fish. You are a murder fish. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. It's a little insignificant fish that you don't think should be able to hit that hard. But it just punches you in the face with just brutal efficiency. It's one of the reasons I'm really looking forward to seeing Basculegion when it comes to Scarlet and Violet. Because then we're gonna get adaptability Basculegion. Like, it's got more attack power than Basculin. It also gets adaptability. You know, let's just look at the stats. Basculegion, you know, male Basculegion have 112 for their physical attack. Let's go look at regular Basculin. Regular Basculin, 92. That is a 20 base power increase, which is a lot of base power. Now, it loses some speed. You know, it's going to lose out on some speed, you know, for that extra power. But, you slap a choice scarf on that, you know, decrease the enemy speed, you got a tailwind going on your team. You've got a murder fish on your side. Be aware, only blue side gets adaptability. Nope, both of them do. Both red and blue get adaptability. What you are thinking of is the hidden abilities. The way it works, the way Basculin works is basically the red stripe has normally Reckless. Rockhead is what the blue stripe normally has. Hidden ability is adaptability for all of them. Except for the white stripe, which has Mold Breaker. Wait, no, wait, all of them have adaptability. All of them have adaptability as a secondary ability. However, each of the main abilities, Reckless, Rockhead, and Rattled, differ between the red, blue, and white striped forms. And then for a hidden ability, all of them have Mold Breaker. It's very, very weird how they work. It is very, very weird how the little fish that could works. But we love the little fish that could. Yeah, you may be thinking about back in Black and White, where back in Generation 5, there was a trade where one of them had adaptability, and then the other had its hidden ability. Yeah, it was very, very strange. But yeah, you may be thinking of that. Yeah, it's very the little fish that could is a monster and a half. Like the little fish that could has no mercy for fools. And I love the little fish that could. It's a good fish. He's a good fish. It's like why should this little thing hit? And like, here's the funniest thing. is that, do you guys know the history, the development history of Basculin's existence? Basculin only exists because they wanted to add more Pokemon into the Gen 5 decks. So they just, like, they just made Basculin. And then they realized, oh, wait, this is just, like, there's just too many things in here. We'll combine, like, 2 things into one species of just different forms. And boom. You, from that, got Basculin. I also just picked the wrong thing. And it's just, like, that's where this came from. And I love that. Because, like, yeah, it's meant to be this innocuous, like, useless thing. And it instead became one of, if not the absolute best, just water types to use for just pure hyper-aggression. Because, like, nothing else can rival that sheer amount of attacking power when it comes to prior water types outside of Kyogre, or set up shell smash things like Caracosta or Cloyster, just because they don't have anywhere near that regular base attacking power. And I'm like, this is good. Like, this is a good, like, the closest is Palkia. Like, it still does more damage with water moves than Palkia does, which is just hilarious to think about. Like, yeah, this fish is stronger than Palkia. Kyogre was the only thing that did more damage than it, and that's by virtue of same type attack bonus plus rain is more damage than adaptability on its own. It's like, yeah, the only, in terms of water type damage, the little fish that could is second to Kyogre. You can't make this crap up. You can't make this stuff up, and I love that. It's like, yes. The little fish that could. The little fish that could. Delightful little fish. It's a delightful little fish. I love all the useless Pokemon facts that exist. Because there's so many good ones. There's so many good useless Pokemon facts. And there's just so many good useless Pokemon facts that exist. I love it. Liquidation. Defense drop. Dang it, we didn't get a defense drop. I love defense drop. Yes, like, also, additional fun fact about Pokemon. Togekiss learns the most number of perfectly accurate moves, as in moves that will never miss. So, it has Magical Leaf, Swift, Smart Strike, Aura Sphere, Aerial Ace. That's so many good stuff. What's the other one? Oh yeah, and the Lapras can learn the most number of 1-hit KO moves at 3. Hey, bros and Joes, how you doing? Hey, oh, Hockey! Can someone please go grab Hockey's link, please? But how are you doing, man? We're doing okay. We're 4 times over odds on this shiny bird. This is officially our worst shiny hunt we've ever had. And I'm slowly going crazy. Oh, it's new channel, really? It's a new channel? Well, if that is the case, I am contractually obligated in that case. That haven't streamed much, but 4 times. Yeah, it sucks. Like, this is officially my worst. This is my first worst hunt officially, and I hate it. But at the same time, like, it's going up. It's okay. It's okay. There we go. How everyone, let's drop a subscribe over to our buddy Hockey with his new channel, Bros and Joes. But don't forget, subscribe over here if you haven't done so. We probably have Hockey though. You probably have already subscribed over here. Boop, subscribe. But how's stuff? So Yeah, how you been? I'm always happy to help, Hockey. I'm always happy to help. I remember when my channel was still small. I remember when my channel was small, and it was always like the shout outs from like, you know, the other guys that like helped so much. You know, if it wasn't for them, we never would have gotten anywhere near where we are now. And anytime someone ever comes in, I'm like, I have to, I feel I owe it to the other small creators to do for them what was done for me. Sort of like, you know, we all gotta help each other out. That's the way that I always feel like we have to help each other out, because if we go it alone, as I thought to do for so long, is like, you know, you will stagnate, you will not grow, because you can't do it on your own. It's like, this is weird. Like, it's a weird thing of, you can't do everything on your own, but at the same time, we also kind of don't want to admit that we do need help, that it was for the others that we do things. Couldn't agree more. The little gestures of help, that still playing Unite stuff, having how much motivation to get stream lately, and lurking in the chat. Oh, thank you. But yeah, it's like, I remember, like, early on, when I started, like, streaming and I started doing everything, I didn't really want to get involved, like, with the larger, wider community, because I thought, you know, I thought things like, you know, I want to do this on my own. Like, I want to, you know, be able to do my channel on my own. If I do the channel, I want it to be, like, my own thing. And as time went on, I was like, that's just a colossally stupid thing for me to think, because you can't do everything on your own. You need help with doing everything. You can't do everything on your own. And it's kind of this weird thing in our head of, you know, this is, you know, we see our channel growing, we think, oh, you know, I did this myself. Like, it's the combination of everyone. Hey, Way, how you doing? Someone please go grab Way's link, please. But how have you been, buddy? I've seen you've been shiny hunting, like, you've been hunting in a Coliseum XD. Can you even get the starter shiny in those games? Because, like, I remember in XD, you flat out cannot get shinies from anything, from catching anything other than Pokespots. I didn't know about the starters, though. I know that for shinies of, like, Shadow Pokemon, they can appear as shiny and you catch them, but when you purify them, it re-rolls the shininess. And I'm just like, oh no. I feel so bad for whatever person did that. Vibing. Noise. Okay, so you can get them in there. Yeah, okay. Because, like, in XD, I know you cannot get shinies from any Shadow Pokemon. And I'm just like, I feel so bad for whoever got a shiny. Oh, well, there's no shiny luck in Coliseum. It re-rolls the thing. Oh wait, are you doing an emulator? Are you doing a dolphin emulator? Oh, you're probably doing a dolphin emulator. Puffy? Is that the emulator? Oh, no, I'm pretty sure Purify re-rolls that. So I remember Chugga Conroy's series on that. Shiny Pokemon Coliseum. I'm pretty sure Coliseum Purifying re-rolls it. In Coliseum, there are 50 Shadow Pokemon that can be shiny hunted. While it's a known fact that they can appear shiny, there are still a few that have never been found. One of them is Hitmontop. Really? Hitmontop has never been found as a shiny in it. Interesting. Within 2 encounters to get to... However, Shiny Hunter found 2 uncatchable versions of Shiny Hitmontop during a live stream with 2 encounters. The first time in Pokemon Coliseum history found Shiny Hitmontop, catchable or uncatchable. But if it appeared shiny, it wasn't able to catch it. Nice, love it. You know, catchable encounters more than particular case. You said the fact that Shiny Hitmontop is only catchable Shadow Pokemon that can appear for the opposing trainer while the player is normally shiny hunting it. This is because the Shadow Pokemon are shiny locked for the enemy trainer when they send it out into battle for the first time. But because the enemy trainer in the situation uses him on top of the battle prior to fighting the player, the shiny lock has been removed. Interesting. 20 top stage shiny after being caught. He would have to pass 2 back-to-back shiny rerolls of the one at which they are astronomical odds. Even though 20 times shiny after caught them, they're probably lucky for it to counter twice, seeing as shiny Hitmontop is one of the odds Coliseum has to offer. Yeah, what happened is one of the most frustrating things that could ever happen to a hunter. On the bright side, misfortune made counterpart one history. That's what prior to the trainers made fine shiny. Well, what? Really? Jirachi can be shiny on it. Interesting. Hey, Zenigwell. I'm pretty sure it does, because I remember, like, it. Cause yeah, there are articles that re-roll shiny them. The Screen Rant I know has one. One of the most obscure games, Shiny Hunt, for. One of the most obscure is Confusing Hunt. This is because the player doesn't require a way to give them only mainline. Pokemon appear different accounts in the other titles. Guy works with it. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So you're doing like an emulator thing where you unlock the hunts. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay. Okay, I need one more Pokemon for the decks. Nice! What's the one Pokemon? What is that remaining singular Pokemon? Can I get to my copy because my D's... so you just need, like, you're just waiting for your DS to just recharge? Someone please add Cynical's link, please. You know, it's like XD and Coliseum. I feel so bad. Dragonite. Yes, the Dragonite. Durgaronite. Nah, I'm not an Emlet. That's strange because I know it re-rolls the shinies. Unless, like, you modified the thing. That's strange. Like, because I distinctly do remember that everything I'd ever seen about the shinies is it re-rolls them. Fascinating. Unless it's massively not understood about how they're just presenting it wrong. But I could have sworn that I could have sworn that it always does that. That it re-rolls it. Go for Max Rockfall. Interesting. I mean, XD and Coliseum, like, they are games that are so fascinating. Dragonair's level. Dragonair. So you're going for the evolution of all things. Nice. Honestly, like, the greatest thing about... Once you get Pony Plains unlocked, just refight infinite combo thing. It doesn't reroll shinies on Purify. It is a myth. Really? Okay. So that means that every single... So then I wonder where that originates from, that it re-rolls them. Because if that is not true, then I wonder where the origin of that came from. The only shiny hunted in Gala Darkness with shiny unlocked can re-roll if they have shiny. Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, I know you can, if you go to the Pokestops, those I know can be shiny, because those are tabulated differently, which is weird, and it's like, looking into the way that shinies work in Gala Darkness and Coliseum legitimately hurts my brain, because there's just so much about them. Thank you, James. Are you new here, James Maka? Welcome in. I hope it shines too. I want this bird to be sparkly, so I can throw it in the oven. And, you know, cook it up for Thanksgiving. But how are you doing? My friend purified his shiny alive. Oh, that was in Coliseum? Okay. I believe that then. Okay. Oh wait, James, you do content? That is another subscribe I gotta go check out then. Okay, interesting. Yeah, alright, interesting. Okay then, it seems there's a lot of misconceptions about that then. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that there's a lot of just not correct information about XD and Coliseum. Mostly because they're very, very obscure games. Hutton Cramorant. I love Cramorant. Great shiny. That is a great shiny to hunt for. But yeah, you just drop a subscribe. Let's let us some love. We always love to help the creators. Also, Discord, link to the description below if you would not mind popping into that. There's a self-promotion channel if you guys want to post your own stuff. Let's see if we don't get our shiny this time. It doesn't exist. The bird does not exist. The stupid bird fails to exist for the 409th time. Oh, I hate this thing. I got Cramorant hunting Glaceon. Nice. I love Cramorant's shiny. Like, I love Cramorant's shiny, and a lot of that stems from a great meme that I saw. Hey, Quentin, how's it doing? I'm doing well. And my love of shiny Cramorant stems from a very great meme I saw once, where it was like Cramorant, it was a Cramorant that was looking in a mirror, and it was a shiny Cramorant. And it was just holding up the wings like this. And then the next picture is it cuts to like the Cramorant like painting something, and the next one is the Cramorant with like things like strapped to its wings, and it looks like a Ho-Oh. It dressed itself up to look like a Ho-Oh, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that works. That freaking works. I love it. Oh, it's so good. It's like, I love Cramorant. It's such a funny Pokemon. Halloween was good. We didn't get too many people. I drank vodka for the first time. I clipped Aga. My sister was a Pokemon, so I got 2 shiny Cramorant back to back. Oh my gosh, I wish to be that lucky. But yeah, I don't really drink. I only drink, like, I have like a light drink on special occasions. And yesterday was a special occasion. A friend that visits us every so often, for dinner. He comes over on holidays, and he's basically a drinking buddy at times. Like, we like to have a drink when you're there. And we had a drink, and I tried vodka for the first time, specifically because my mom's boyfriend said, "Oh no, it's gonna be too strong for me," and I'm like, I'm just gonna spite you. I'm gonna have that. Give me a lemon drop. And I did it just to spite them. It's like, I could take it. I could take it. It's like, I don't drink any other time. I only drink on, like, Thanksgiving and, like, a big celebration. Like, something, like, very, very good happened. So, like, a birthday, like my birthday or something like that. I don't otherwise, unless it's, something like, oh yeah, this person's coming over, we don't really see them often, and they have a drink, like one drink, and I'm good for the night. I mean, the thing is, the comment my mom's boyfriend made about vodka, that it tastes the way rubbing alcohol smells. That was what I said, and I was like, yeah, it tastes exactly like, the way it tastes is the way that rubbing alcohol smells. And I'm like, it's a very strong taste, but apparently you get used to it after a while, and like, multiple sessions of having a little bit of it, you get used to it after a while. Like, yeah, it's strong. And I didn't have all that much, and like, I already start to feel a little bit of a buzz. And I wish I'd either recorded or streamed after having that. Because if you guys want to see slightly buzzed Maxis playing a game, I highly encourage you, check out, I think it was, I don't remember the exact episode of Metroid Samus Returns, what episode of the series it was, but I think it was called, like, My Metroid Freakout is the start of that session. And you can tell I was slightly buzzed that day because of I'm so much more animated in that recording session. And if you want to see me fight endgame bosses after having a little bit of alcohol, it's very entertaining. I encourage you to check that out after this ends, because I still say that was probably my favorite recording session I have ever had when it comes to just recording. Keep in mind, I've been making videos for over 4 years at this point, and that is my favorite session I've had. Just because, yeah, it's just I'm so much more animated, and it's one of the few times where watching, like, rewatching in editing was enjoyable, as weird as it is to say, but I don't really enjoy rewatching my foibles in editing. But that session was like, this is just too funny. This is just too funny. I mean, I remembered all that would happen, but just seeing how so much more anime was great. And Meta, you know my favorite dinosaur is Spinosaurus. I did not know that. That is actually my brother's favorite dinosaur as well. The Spinosaurus aegypticus. The one thing, though, that, like, ruins the Spinosaurus for me is apparently its hands are backwards. So, like, its arms are like this. And I'm like, that takes away so much from how cool it looked. You know, you see, it has, the arms like this, but, like, no, its arms are like this. And I'm like, I know it's, like, a marine thing, but it looks so weird with just arms that go like this. And it's like, you immediately took out all the intimidation factor from this awesome crocodile-looking dinosaur that has a giant sail on its back. Like, the Spinosaurus is awesome. I think the Spinosaurus is an awesome dinosaur. But then that, like, just kneecapped it. Though I am very, very sad that it is... We're almost never going to get a complete skeleton of the Spinosaurus. And there's a couple of reasons that this happened. One of them is, the place where you can dig it up is Egypt, which you're really not able to go dig for fossils there. And then the other part of it is one of the most complete skeleton. When I say most complete, this is like a few bones. Like, there was barely anything of it. It had the most bones of any of the discovered specimens that there were. But even then, it still wasn't that much. Like, it was like a part of the skull, a few vertebrae, I think like an arm and a leg or something like that. Like, it was not much. This was in Germany in the early to mid 1940s. And during that time, there were many bombing raids. And I think you can guess what happened. The skeleton... and, like, the notes, all that, gone. And... yeah, it's very, very not likely I mean, we may eventually find, like, a complete Spinoskeleton, but I don't think we're ever going to, because, like, that's the reason why there's nothing known about the Spinosaurus. Because the bones just have not been found. And have you seen an Anime Reaction YouTube channel? No. Anime Reaction. Interesting. But yeah, it is extremely unlikely that we will ever find a very, very complete skeleton of a Spinosaurus. Like, there'll never be a complete skeleton of a Spinosaurus ever discovered. There are no complete fossilized skeletons that will ever be found for dinosaurs, because the preservation process will always make some amount of loss take place. Like, there would just be portions that are not well preserved. And then, okay, well, the portions here that are well preserved and the portions that are here that are well preserved, we can kind of, like, match up. Okay, this is what this thing would look like on this one. And out there, you do, like, sort of like, not necessarily guess and check, but, like, okay, well, using reasoning, we can determine this is what this portion of it would look like based on other fossils. But with the Spinosaurus, there was just so little that exists that we just don't know what the frickin' thing looked like for so long. Hey, Pablo. Yeah, because people are still the recreation of Spinosaurus and don't have a problem with it. Yeah. It's like, I mean, I can understand why people are mad that a recreation of the Spinosaurus skeleton, people are mad because it isn't accurate. Like, we do not know what it looked like. It is just guessing at this point. Like, we don't know what it looked like. We have, we're taking, like, oh, this is what an arm looked like. Well, we had the arm completely wrong. We don't know what the sail looks like. We don't know what, like, the snout looked like. We don't know, like, we don't really know what it looked like. And we're just kind of, like, guessing to figure out what it looks like. It's like, we don't know what it looks like. We can't make good guesses. We can't make a reasonable statement. And nice. Welcome back. But yeah, it's like, it's like, my brother loves the Spinosaurus. It is his favorite dinosaur, and I would love, you know, to have a full Spinosaurus skeleton be found, but, you know, just like I know he would love it, but I just don't think it's ever gonna really happen because it's, yeah, the most complete one was destroyed during World War II, and even then that was not very completed, and, you know, the loss of that you're not really gonna recover from. Yeah, the Spinosaurus is awesome. The only thing about Jurassic World Dominion my brother hated. One sec. All right. We gotta wrap this up soon. We have to wrap this up soon. I got something to go do very quickly. It got moved up. So we are gonna be looking for a raid, and we're gonna end off at 410. Let's go find someone to raid. Okay. Bye bye. Let's see if we can go raid. Who's live right now? Who is live right now, especially hunting Dynamax? Catch, ugly ball. Come on, load faster, computer. Load faster. No, they are doing Bayonetta. They are doing Bayonetta. Favorite animals. Yeah, I like the Dimetrodon's neat. The Dimetrodon is neat. Really, is no one actually doing? Well, I guess a lot of people doing Bayonetta and stuff. Yeah, we'll go raid Gage. We're gonna go raid Gage. He's presently shiny hunting. Nope, doesn't exist. He's presently hunting for shiny Palkia. And let's go see you guys then. At Mechanized Maxis Raid. But remember, don't forget to watch the Metroid Samus Returns series. That is one of my favorite series to see slightly buzzed Maxis playing games. 410. There you go. Over to Gage. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. We might do another stream later today, possibly, but not 100% sure. See you guys.